Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again, bringing you the last section to Chapter 1 in my Castlevania Night Difficulty video walkthrough. And this level is called Oblivion Lake. And the reason for that is because we're going to be having a massive fight with a giant titan on a big frozen lake. Stop your enjoyment at the door, because this fight is not enjoyable whatsoever. It is a fucking mess, if you ask me. And what will basically entail, if you've played Shadow of the Colossus, you'll know exactly what to do. When he punches into the ground like that, make sure you're nowhere near it or you will take damage. And then just run up to him, fake him out so that he punches into the ice and gets his hands stuck. Jump when he does so, you'll get hurt by the shockwave, like I just did then. And as soon as he gets his hands stuck, you can climb his body. And what will happen is there is one definitive path to climb. It's generally the areas that don't have anything obstructing them, as obvious as that sounds. And you're going to be moving from body part to body part and destroying pressure points on his armor before you can kill him. And as soon as it says hold the right trigger on the screen, make sure you do so, because if you don't, you'll fall off and it will make this fight a hell of a lot more frustrating than it needs to be. A little tip as well when it comes to holding on, even if it says hold the grip button on the screen and he's finished the shake animation and Gabriel, what the fuck am I on about? Gabriel has got both his hands and his feet on the platform, you can let go and carry on climbing. You don't have to keep holding it even though it's on the screen. Obviously, don't get too lazy or impatient with this or you will fall off and frustration will ensue, and just keep beating up the parts on him. And what's going to happen is there's a little theme that runs through this entire fight, and during the transitional periods from you beating up the icon to getting to the next icon you need to beat up, the camera will pull out and it'll show you a little cutscene like this that's interactive, where you're still playing but it looks cinematic. And what the game wants you to do is the game wants you to move during these certain animations, and if you don't move the way the game wants you to, it will fail you. And it's bullshit. It's an ill-conceived notion because it doesn't signpost it well enough. So this is it, this moment now. When the camera pulls out, if you don't jump to the right like I just did, he will pull you off this pressure point and you will have to climb all the way up his arm, all the way across the arms, back to where you are. And if you don't do it right, it will instantly fail you and you'll have to do it all again. And every stage of the fight from here on out will have a moment like this, where you've just got to instinctively know to move and to make sure you move in the right direction, because if you don't, it will fuck you up and you'll just get pissed off. I know I did, and it ruins these fights. It makes these into just a complete swear fest, because all you're doing is cursing at the fact that the jumping and the climbing mechanics of Gabriel are nowhere near as polished as the Prince of Persia's or the Assassin's Creeds of the world. And it's about as fun as pushing a lit match down your bell end. I mean, nobody wants that. Don't ask me how I know, but yeah, there you go. And it's just so tragic because there's a lot of good ideas in this game. There's a lot of reasons why this should be a brilliant game, and it just isn't because of bullshit. And that's the most tragic thing about it, how they've managed to get so many things right and so many fundamentals wrong. But once you're on this top part, it's not too bad. You just have to move up and start stabbing him in the crown. I do apologise if my commentary seems a little bit off. I haven't done one for a week. I am kind of mad up with all sinus problems because of the summer, and it makes no sense to me. I've got a running nose in the winter because of cold, and then the summer swings round and I've got a runny fucking nose. I'm just one giant pulsing, heaving, seeping mass of just dripping sinus bullshit, and it sucks. Not the nicest mental image to picture, especially if you're eating, but there you go. But once you're up here, if he goes to reach for you, make sure you move to the left to dodge his grab. But it's pretty simple. There's the camera showing you that you need to move. It's all pretty dynamic, and once you learn it, it isn't too bad. But one simple mistake means you have to climb all the way from his fucking arm. But as soon as you see the cutscene, it's over. Thanks for watching, guys. You take care.